Good evening, Carlos. Hey, you're the one from Guatemala. Did you know the first time I went to Mexico, I met a guy from Guatemala? Unfortunately, I don't remember his name, but we had to work for a couple of weeks on something. He was a very nice dude, very nice. And I really wish I had him on Facebook or social media because he's generally a good guy. But I unfortunately I don't even remember his name. I remember his face very well, but I don't remember his name. That is the only experience from people from Guatemala that I know of, but very positive. He was a dude who always liked to work. He was a very hardworking man. Hello, teacher Brian. Nice haircut. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm doing well. How about you? Really, oh, that sounds great. You had great experiences. Buddy. Okay, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Okay. Yes, I've had some experiences here and there. Here and there. I've been to a couple of places, I can say. Okay, here we go. Freddy, Calixto. What is a better form or the best form for learning English? I don't know what is the best form. I can only tell you what worked for me. For me, what really worked was using logic, and sticking to a semi-strict plan. Now that might work for me. That might work for a lot of people. I don't know if it worked. If it will work for you, you would have to test it. But I always say that we humans we learn differently. Everybody has a different approach to learning. So right. Thank you, Carito. Thank you for those kind words. Okay, you're welcome, Freddy. Absolutely. Um, the only, no, not the only, but one thing that I would always be on the lookout for is opportunities to use English. Instead of just learning, try to use it as much as possible so that you can acquire it. Because I don't really teach how to learn English, I teach how to acquire the skill of English. Just like you can acquire any other skill, just like you can acquire the skill of being a great public speaker, or the skill of being good with numbers, or the skill of being confident, the skill of not having fear of what other people think of you. I think those are skills. English is just one of them. Right. You got a haircut, didn't you? Yes, I did. Yes, I did get a haircut. Thank you for noticing. Thank you for noticing. ¿Cómo aprendo a organizar mis ideas en inglés? Jason dice, bueno, no tienes que organizarlas. Si, bueno, no sé si compraste el libro ya, no lo sé, pero si lo compras, ya la organización de todas las ideas y el orden ya está ahí escrito. Pero si, respondiendo a tu pregunta con un poco más de detalle, creo que el orden en el que adquieres la habilidad importa mucho. Muchos se enfocan en mejorar su pronunciación. Y no es que esté mal, pero si van a hacerlo, háganlo en un momento eh, en el que no tengan que... Esa idea iba a sonar mejor en inglés. You know what? Fuck it. So if you're gonna do it, try to do it at a moment in time in which you don't have to neglect vocabulary. See, like you you get pretty confident or very cocky, if you will, with vocabulary, and then only then you move on to other skills. Because if you try to learn them all at the same time, one or two of them are gonna lag behind. and you don't want that. So, all right. Carlos, I want to tell you something. Thanks for teaching us improve in different areas. Yeah, that's the idea. Thank you very much for that, for those kind words. Thanks a lot. We already have 93 people connected, 4 followers, 378 likes. Why don't we reach 1,000 likes in the next 30 seconds? I think we can do it, right? I think we can pull it off. What the hell? Hold on. I got a mess here. Well, it's not exactly a mess, but it's not uh, tightly organized. Somebody's sending me a message. Hold on. Thank you for all the likes so far. I know that you guys are liking the live. Thanks a lot. I can see it. All right. Okay. So, Daniel Buitrago dice, hola, ¿de qué trata? Trata de todo un poco, pero más que todo de una oportunidad para que puedan tanto practicar listening como speaking. Speaking porque también van a tener el chance de hablar conmigo y les voy a hacer unas cuantas preguntas a forma de podcast, más o menos. Okay, but we're going to do that in a little bit. First, there was somebody who asked me a question last night, right before the live ended. And I feel bad for not answering that question. If you are here, let me know, because I don't even remember the name. Okay. All right. Ooh, there's a lot of comments. Thank you for sharing the live, Enzo. And thank you, Sebas, for following me. How old are you, man? I'm 35. I just turned 35 this week. Hacker life. Hacker life. Nice. Please don't hack me. All right. How do I improve my English? My level is B1. You have an easy option and you have the hard option, Maite. The easy option is to structure a plan with steps that will get you there. And a plan that focuses on your weaknesses, right? And a plan that strategizes learning and that organizes your time during the day so that you can focus on what really matters. That is the easy option. And the easy option is one purchase away. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Every time I try to say that, I messed up and I say kissing. Maybe I do like to kiss. But no, I said I'm kidding. Yes, kidding. The second option, Maite, is to keep doing what you're doing, or not taking action, or letting other people dictate what you should do, or attending academies that just want to milk you for your money. Let's analyze for a moment, for a brief moment, how does the language academy business model work? They make money off of your ignorance. See, as a student, you need a service, and that service is knowledge, and that takes time. And guess what? The more time it takes you to learn the language, the more time it takes you to acquire the skill, the more time they're going to milk you out of your money. The more money you're going to spend on that. And I'm not saying that all academies do that. Absolutely not. But it is their business model after all. And they're not here because they like you. They're here, or they're in business because they want to make money. See? And if you learn English pretty quickly, then the lifetime value of you as a customer is not that high for them. See? So always keep that in mind. Always be wary of language academies. I'm not saying that they're bad per se. Some of them might be pretty good. I think I have not tried them. I have not tried any actually. But learning a skill or acquiring a skill as easy as English, it's a breeze in the park if you know the steps. And the steps are in the book. So just go ahead and get your copy of the book. All right. Thanks everyone who has joined so quickly. Thank you, Edison. Thank you, Moreno, Luis Felipe, Manu, Gonzalo, Polar, Enzo, Hacker, Luis, Carito, Rafa, Milachan, Laroy, Rusophob, Samu, Aulicum. Aulicum, thank you very much for all the gifts you gave me the other day. Thanks. Thanks a lot. I still remember. Thanks. Okay. Let's go through some of the questions here. ¿Qué es mejor entrenar primero? Vuelvo y repito, cada persona es diferente, pero lo que me funcionó a mí, no sé si te vaya a funcionar a ti, a mí me funcionó muchísimo, eh, casi que obsesionarme, no me gusta usar esa palabra mucho, pero aplicarme mucho con el vocabulario primero para después decir, ok, si ya yo tengo en mi cerebro las palabras y los significados de las frases que voy a escuchar, cuando las escuche, el segundo paso sería el listening, cuando las escuche, no voy a perder el tiempo. Y al momento de yo replicar esas palabras, al momento de hablar, lógicamente sería mucho más fácil. Ya. Es como si tú vas a aprender un carro, joda, como si tú fueras a aprender un carro y vas a meter la llave sin haberlo abierto primero. Así se siente como enfocarse en pronunciación sin saber vocabulario o sin tener un vocabulario decente. No les digo que aprendan 100% todas las palabras del inglés. No, porque ni siquiera yo me las sé. Yo me sé las más útiles. Pero por lo menos sí, dedíquenle un 60 a 70% del tiempo a aprender vocabulario para que más tarde el listening y el speaking se les haga mucho más fácil. ¿Es posible aprender inglés o cualquier idioma, sin enfocarse en vocabulario? Sí, sí es posible, pero toma más tiempo generar dinero usando esa habilidad, claro, sí toma más tiempo. Y te va a tomar más tiempo perfeccionar. Pero de que se puede, se puede. Aquí me imagino que habrán, qué sé yo, unas 10, 20, quizás 30 personas que se han enfocado toda su vida en vainas que no tienen nada que ver con vocabulario. Y les ha servido. Pero lo que yo apunto o mi punto a entender es que la velocidad es, tiene que ser el factor principal para que ustedes con esa habilidad empiecen a generar dinero. Ya sea ofreciendo sus servicios o creando empresa, ¿cierto? Y delegando. De cualquier forma, eso es como, eso es como el tipo de persona que yo quiero en mi life. Puede ser cualquiera, claro, yo no le voy a negar la entrada a nadie, pero que tengan en mente que la velocidad en el aprendizaje tiene que ser, considero yo que tiene que ser rápida. Y puede ser de calidad al mismo tiempo. No tiene que ser rápida y mala, sino rápida y de calidad. Ok, entonces esa era tu pregunta, Daniel Buitrago. How do I improve my speaking? Says Maite. My level is B1. I think I covered that. Sorry. I work hard to achieve my goals in English. Exactly. You know, you can work hard, but you can work smart as well. That's what I preach. I preach a smart way, not necessarily hard. A lot of people think it's hard, but it's not. It's really not that hard. See, what's hard, let me tell you what is hard. What's hard is not sticking to a plan and spending years trying to master a skill like English. See, every month, listen, every month that you are not fluent in English, you lose minimum $1,000 minimum. However, if you're here most likely you already have a profession. Probably you work in tech, you work as a psychologist, you are an engineer, you're probably a systems engineer. And if you want to like up your game, sorry, and start offering your services to multinational companies, and English is the only barrier that is stopping you, then you're not losing $1,000 a month. You're losing way more, upwards of 4,000, 6,000, probably. And if you're good at sales, I know lots of people on TikTok are very good at sales. And for example, if you're also good at copywriting, which is what I do, then you're leaving a lot of money on the table, lots of money. Hmm. So yeah, and so it's I agree with you. We need to work hard, but we can also work smart, and that's what I want you guys to know. It's possible to work smart as well. I'm going to start my training in a call center. Give an advice. Okay, well, you mean give me an advice or give me some advice? Uh just yell at everyone. No, I'm sorry. I'm kidding. Wait. You need an advice for a call center. You're in training already. Try to analyze what is the business model of the company that you're going to work for. Most um, most of you skip that part when you apply for a job. When you apply for a job, all you really want is the money. I think, and there's nothing really inherently bad with that. But do a little bit more research and say like, okay, so this is what at least analyze the business model of the company you're gonna work for, and tell yourself like, okay, so this is the kind of customer they want. Okay, and if you work in sales, learn to identify if the kind of lead that you're gonna talk to is the one that is going to give you the commission you need. Not all customers qualify, but you do your best. I really hope you do your best. Derb.exe. I need to go because I have a meeting. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, thank you, Carlos. Yes, we'll be here. We'll be here for, I don't know, 2 hours maybe. What do you guys think? It's 2 hours too long, too short? Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Thank you, everyone who has followed me, everyone who is sharing the live. I appreciate it. Okay. Ooh, why? Yes, we did hit 1,000 likes in a relatively short amount of time. Why don't we aim for 20,000 likes? That's gonna be easy for us. Okay. Teaches unusual collocations in English. Luis Felipe Suarez. Absolutely. In fact, why don't we do that with a guest? Yes, that's gonna be fun. Because doing a role play by myself, it's kind of boring. I really want everyone to come today and ask me your most difficult questions. Everybody in the comments always goes like, "Oh, show us an example of a 10 out of 10 question." You are going to give me today your best 10 out of 10 question. How about that? And I'll try to make it short. I'll try to make the answer short so that a lot of you participate, okay? Try to make it really hard. Okay. Derb dice, quiero mejorar mi fluidez a la hora de hablar. La verdad, a veces se me olvida qué palabras puedo usar. Exactamente. Derb, we have covered this so much in so many other lives. The reason why your memorization is not good is because you don't know how to memorize. Probably nobody taught you how to memorize. Okay, this is the first time I'm gonna have to say this. I think I end up saying this a lot during the lives, but I think it's necessary sometimes. So here we go. If you go to the link in my profile, you will have the chance to enter my WhatsApp community. On that WhatsApp community, you will download a free book. It's in the description of the WhatsApp group. When you download the book will tell you exactly how to memorize words and how to fix your vocabulary forever and ever until the end of time. Okay? Just like I did it. See? I'm not special and I'm not that great at almost anything. I'm really not that great at almost anything. But if I did it that I didn't even finish college, why can't you guys do it? Really? Why can't you do it? See? Now, I didn't finish college not because I was dumb or stupid, but just I didn't feel the need to do it. Okay, but anyway, let's see who else is commenting. If you want to come and join me, you are more than free to do so. I know that some people are, shy when it comes to that, but just just do it regardless. Like we're here to make mistakes. Remember, these lives are especially for you to make mistakes. The more mistakes you make now with me, the less mistakes you're going to make when you are out there working, really. So, okay. Bro, how can I get clients for online classes? Students who want to learn and stuff. I did it back in the day and I paid a platform to get me clients. But that platform is not in Colombia, is in Japan. So that's a thing. ¿Aprendiste inglés por tu cuenta? Daniel, sí, sí, lo aprendí de mi cuenta. Mm. 98% por mi cuenta. 1% por suerte. Y el otro 1% a varias otras personas que me han dicho algunos tips. Hello, Mike 7_08. Hope you're having a great night. Maite, actually, I study a lot every day. Me ha servido mucho escuchar podcasts. Pretty good. And that's why we're here. This is literally a live mini podcast because I have guests all the time and they express themselves. Sometimes I correct them. Sometimes I rate them. I'm not, I'm not, um, I'm not a teacher anymore. See, I used to be a teacher, but I feel there are other jobs that are more suitable for me right now. Look, in the comments, in my DMs on TikTok, last night I had like 15 people asking me to give them classes. So, hey, you know what? Look, wait. What was your name? 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 Name. Laroy. Good. That the best way to get students is do TikTok lives. I guarantee you are gonna have someone who might be interested. See? And don't worry if you're gonna think like, oh, but you're gonna take my clients away. Not really, man. I'm not really in the teaching business anymore. Maybe I'll think about it if an offer comes along. Maybe. I never say no to business opportunities. But right now I'm focused on something else. So, Leroy, go ahead and do TikTok lives. What are you driving? Sparkling water or still water? Oh, drinking. What are you drinking? Still water. It's not sparkling. That reminds me of a joke, but I can't say it here on TikTok. It's inappropriate. De nada, Daniel. Thank you, Shaira Arevalo, for following me. Juan Carlos Macias, thanks for your advice. Big hug from Ecuador. Ah, nice. Ecuador. Never been there. I have a friend from high school who went to Ecuador, and I'm not really that close to him. I don't really get in touch with him that much. But when you're on Facebook, you sometimes see pictures from people, right? But I know he's had a very good life in Ecuador. Have you worked in a call center? Richard Martinez. Yes, I have worked in customer service and sales. I did it in 2010 up until 2000 yeah, from 2008 to 2010, sorry, I worked in a call center. Eventually, I became um, an independent consultant for some outsourcing businesses here in Barranquilla. But I got them clients. Fun fact: I started to get clients to some call centers here, like corporate clients, and that was relatively easy, relatively easy. But the job came with a couple of hiccups that I was not ready to deal with. But it's doable. Like, I think if I were to do it now with all the experience I've collected over the years, I think that could be pretty good and pretty easy as well. Thank you, Claudia, for sharing the live, and Valentina for following me. Gym style, short, perfect. Hi, hello, Mas que Baseball. Tell us about your day. What did I do today? Every single day, every single day, without exception, I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. Sometimes I go back to sleep for a few hours, but it's already a habit of mine to wake up at 4:30 in the morning. So what I do is I play with my dog, we go for a walk, whatever. I have a golden retriever, so in case you guys are wondering. And golden retrievers are very active. They have to burn a lot of energy. And then I start writing or checking the things that I wrote the previous day. Today was Sunday. So I did write some of the stuff that I need to do for next week, which have to do with activities or tasks that I should cover for a client that I'm working with in the medical field. Probably, maybe I'll tell you about that one day because that is still brewing. It's still not 100% complete, but it is still brewing, and it's a very good business venture. So I did that in the morning. Then at noon, uh, what did I do at noon? Oh, okay, I got a haircut, right? And I came back. I did some meetings with people that I still know from Japan, some business sessions. In Japan, it's all, well, at that time, like 3 p.m. Colombia time, it was already Monday for them. So that's why I did it Sunday afternoon. What else? Then I just chilled with my dog until now. So that's what I did today. Thank you for the question, Gym style. Nobody has ever asked me that. Oi, if anybody wants to join me as a guest, be ready to ask me your hardest question. Maybe I should write that here. Hmm. What do you think? Should I write that? Eh. Well, anyway, the people who are already here, they know. Why don't we hit 10K likes right now? Come on, let's. I know that everyone is been hitting the like button right now so far, but let's do it a little bit faster. Okay, so there's been a sale registered. Let's see. Who was it from? Ah, well, I'm not going to say your name, but thank you who you are. You know who you are. So thank you very much. Okay, wait, I think I saw someone who wants to join. No, no, no. That's okay. There's nobody here yet. Anyway, let's go through some of the comments. I know you guys want to ask me some tough questions. What do we have to ask? Ruby Bang Original. Well, maybe you're new, but what I do in the lives is I bring guests, right? Anyone who wants to participate, and I ask you guys questions about your job or about anything in particular, just so that you can practice, so that you can practice your speaking. But today's Sunday, so Sundays we chill, and I think a lot of people struggle asking questions. So, oh, by the way, in the dynamics, I choose, well, they choose the difficulty, like from 1 to 10. 1 is super easy, 5 is, more or less difficult, and 10 out of 10 is super hard. A 10 out of 10 question should be very hard to answer. So that's why I want you guys to ask me as many 10 out of 10 questions as possible. Where are you from? Everton. I'm from Barranquilla, Colombia. Not exactly, but I think that, like, if I say the town that I was born in, some people outside Colombia might not know. So the closest town is Barranquilla. Okay. What have you been up to, bro? Franco Peronista. Interesting. It's a very interesting choice of words for a username. But yeah, what have I been up to? Nothing much. I work every single day. I literally work every single day. And sometimes I do consulting, sometimes I do research, sometimes I do um, like quality calls, sometimes I join with the people that work for me on some projects. I'm a copywriter, so and I like work. Uh, right. ¿Cuánto tiempo? ¿Cuánto tiempo, user? Oh, si te refieres a las preguntas, no sé, como 2, 3 minutos, no sé. Bueno, el tiempo que sea necesario, no hay un tiempo estimado. Oh, ¿te refieres a cuánto tiempo el live? Creo. Bueno, normalmente vamos por 2 horas, a veces tres. ¿Cuánto tiempo demoro para aprender? Ah, ok, a eso te refieres. Depende de qué tanta intensidad le pongas. Yo he conocido personas que han demorado, no aprendido, pero demorado aprendiendo por 5, 6 años y todavía no son capaces de tener un trabajo en inglés o un negocio en inglés. Mi contenido me gustaría que fuese más como para personas que están en el ámbito de los negocios, porque a mí me gusta mucho eso, me gustan las ventas, pero si mi contenido te sirve para aplicar a un trabajo, está bien, 100% bien. Y más adelante, cuando ya tengas un poco más de experiencia, puedes como implementar tu propia idea de negocio, pero no te puedo decir qué tanto tiempo te puedes demorar, porque bueno, yo escribí un libro que se trata de estrategias de autoenseñanza y que con todas las personas, no todas, pero la gran mayoría de personas con las que probé esas estrategias, que fueron más de 21,000 en Japón, la gran mayoría tuvo en promedio un progreso 10 veces más rápido de lo que había tenido antes. De ahí es de donde sale la muestra técnica para yo poder decir o afirmar que en promedio 10 veces más rápido aprenderás no, adquirirás, o eso es una palabra, vas a adquirir el lenguaje. Entonces, por eso mi libro se llama The English Framework for Business Professionals, Unlock True uh, Advanced Speaking 10 times faster without a teacher, without a tutor. What's your major, bro? I don't have a major. I don't. I don't have a major. I did study linguistics, but I did not finish. I got bored. I got bored one day, and instead of continuing with the career, I went to travel the world. I visited like 25 countries. So maybe that's my maybe that's my major. En el diario de Judith. Thank you for that, Rose. That is highly appreciated. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone who has shared the live. You mean the world to me. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Jessica Ruiz, 1148. I just purchased your book. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. That means that you're very serious about, oh, look, nice. I don't really see those often. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, Jessica, that means that you're really serious about your self taught journey. So, nice. Very nice. Hola, ya llegué. Dime cómo dices tu usuario, porque son unas caritas. Entonces, no sé cómo decirte. Pero gracias por haber llegado. Por cierto, llegué con U y con tilde en la. Anyway, aquí no estamos para corregir tanto, estamos para adquirir el idioma. Pero, ok, está bien. What time will you let people in? Anytime. Like you can get in anytime. However, I think TikTok doesn't let me add people up until a certain point during the live. I think. I don't know. You guys need to let me know because I always say any from the first minute I say anyone who wants to join, go on and join. But I always notice that it's like more or less 1 hour after I start the live. I don't think that's by chance. I think that might be by design from TikTok. Mm. ¿Cuál es tu método, amigo? Y la siguiente pregunta es, ¿qué vale el libro? Voy a contestar las dos preguntas. Eh, voy a tratar de que las preguntas que me hagan en español, voy a tratar de responderlas en español brevemente, porque yo sé que muchos de ustedes están aquí para practicar su listening. Pero para responder estas preguntas, mi método se basa 100% en la lógica y son una compilación de métodos o, o estrategias de autoenseñanza que te permiten a ti ser tu propio o tu peor crítico, tu propio regulador. Es como si tú mismo fueras tu profesor. Yo te explico a ti cómo tú puedes adquirir el lenguaje de una forma autocrítica para que tú puedas autocorregirte y decir, hey, ven acá, esta estrategia no la estoy haciendo del todo bien o no tengo el progreso que debería. Entonces voy a leer el libro para ver qué dice exactamente cómo lo puedo hacer. Entonces en eso se basa el método, Julio. ¿Qué vale el libro? El libro cuesta lo mismo que te cuesta salir con tu pareja una noche. No es, de hecho, no es tan caro. No puedo decir el valor como tal en la, en la moneda porque TikTok es muy estricto con eso. Pero, si vas al link en mi perfil, ¿cierto? El único link que tengo ahí dice starmaker.com/links. Si le das clic ahí, vas a ver el valor del libro en el segundo botón. Y ya, eso es lo que tienes que hacer. ¿Cómo se consigue? Ok, creo que fuiste la misma persona que preguntó que cuánto costaba. Sí. Eh, Ve el link en el perfil y ahí puedes ver toda la información. Para quién es, para quién no es, si te sirve a ti, si no te sirve, porque ¿qué es lo que pasa? Que este libro no es para el 100% de las personas. Les voy a mostrar muy brevemente la, la portada para que de una analicen si es para ustedes o no. Ok, se llama The English Framework for Business Professionals. Y el método encapsulado es en esta oración. Unlock true advanced speaking 10 times faster without a tutor. And it's not for beginners. It's not for beginners. Let me be very clear on that. This book is not for beginners. However, However, if you're here, if you're understanding everything that I'm saying, most likely you're not a beginner. See, this is a book that is meant for people who can understand everything. They understand everything they hear, but they can speak, they can talk, they can communicate clearly. Robert says, what exams have you taken? I have not taken, or I have not made an effort to take any exams because I really don't need them. One time I took I don't even remember the name of the university. I think it was, I had to pay like $10 to take that exam. I'm talking about probably like 2017, to see if I could get clients working for an online company. I did it. I took the exam and it said C2, but I knew already that I was a C2. I didn't need to take the exam. See, I only took it because it was like a requirement, and I didn't end up working there. I got a better opportunity. So, brother, tienes podcast en Spotify. Diablo, diablo. Ustedes me están diciendo pero es un buen comentario. Me dicen que haga canal en YouTube, me dicen que haga podcast en Spotify. Todo eso va a venir. Ténganlo por seguro, 100% seguro. Pero quiero como concentrarme muy bien en hacer TikTok primero. En hacerlo muy bien, cosa que yo diga, ok, esto es lo que funciona en redes y esto es lo que no. Quiero tener como una base sólida, una muestra técnica de qué es lo que sirve, qué es lo que no. Ahora, yo sé que todas las plataformas son diferentes, eso yo lo sé. Pero yo como copywriter no tengo o bueno, no había tenido esa experiencia hasta ahora de hacer contenido o desarrollar mi marca personal hasta ahora. Hay unos que están aquí que han estado en el live todos los días. Llevo, si ustedes me pueden decir, creo que 8 días haciendo live. 8 días. Entonces, sí, el podcast viene, el canal de YouTube viene, todo eso viene, pero todo a su debido tiempo. No quiero como tratar de hacer muchas cosas a la vez y no terminar haciendo nada. Entonces prefiero dedicarle el tiempito a TikTok primero. Primero quiero como llegar a 100,000 seguidores. Creo que sería una muy buena muestra. Y, y más adelante sí, ¿por qué no? Anyway, English from now on. In fact, I was thinking of renting a place like an office building to have like a proper setup where I can give the lives with a better setting. It's not that this is bad. I think you guys don't care that I show up like this, but I would really want to have like a better and bigger uh like more private place. So I'm thinking about it. Maybe I'm gonna rent an office near. Well, I don't think I can say where, but but you get the points. You get the points. Are you from Soledad? Junior fan. Claro. Junior, tu papá, los demás valen monda, papi. Hey, sí, soy de Soledad. I'm from Soledad Atlántico. Rubimen. What time will you let people in? Okay, I think I answered that gym style. Sorry. Like I said, I think TikTok is the one that is controlling that because I think I can let people in right now. I literally never touch anything, and like you guys automatically start requesting to get in. But I noticed that it's like typically it's like after the first hour. And I know I want to have you guys talking to me before, because I said from the very beginning, I always said like, if you want to come and join the live, feel free to do so. El problema con TikTok es que pueden desactivarlo. Ah, pueden desactivarlo. Pueden desactivarlo. Explícame ahí, February 14. Sí, ok. Ah, ok, ya sé a lo que te refieres. Ok, ok, ok. Ya, 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 ya. Sí, entonces, no sé, traten de ver constantemente si los deja, porque la verdad, yo no sé qué opción tengo que hundir para dejarlos entrar. Normalmente yo no hundo nada, no presiono nada y ustedes automáticamente van entrando. Pero sí he notado que se demora un poquito. Ok, vamos a leer uno de los otros. Ok, ahí está la primera persona. Luis Felipe, ya audiencia de
Audiencia de
huesos
huesos.
negros, como dice Dross. Hello, Luis. How are you today?
Hello, Damian. I'm really good.
Pretty
What
good,
about you?
excellent. So you know how is the dynamic today, right?
Yes, I, I was doing a test with TikTok and it works.
Oh, tell me, because I want to know.
Yes, everyone has to click on this icon on the bottom yes on the bottom side, and that
Right, the one next to the roses, right?
yes, that's it.
Exactly, right.
It's totally easy to come in.
Hmm. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, think anyone can join. I what a fucking idiot I am. I'm watching the live from another account, and I never tested that. What a fucking idiot. Okay, but anyway, tomorrow I'll test it. I'll test it first minute. Since the first minute, I'll test it. Okay, so good. Today's dynamic is very simple, Luis. You are going to do your best to ask me a 10 out of 10 question. A very, very, very hard question. The hardest question you can think of. And we will see, we'll analyze how well you can ask questions because a lot of people struggle with that. So go on, shoot.
Yes, let me think about it.
Okay.
One hardest question for you. I don't know, to be honest. I
I know.
think everything is easy for you.
No, 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 not everything. There's some things that are pretty hard, but just try. Just try. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Try and I will give a rate to that question. I'll say like, oh, that's a 7 or an 8 or a 9. Somebody asked me a 10 out of 10 question last night. I think it was Mike who asked me a 10 out of 10 question. And I was like, wait a minute, let me think about it. So it is possible to ask me something really hard.
Okay, I think I have one.
Okay.
Is a kind of philosophical question.
Philosophical.
Yeah, philosophical. Sorry. Okay. If you could change one event in the history, what would it be and why?
Very good. Very good question. Have you heard of the uh, Dungen Kruning effect? I know I butchered that uh, the pronunciation of these two people, but anyway, if you don't know, just you can just Google Dongen Kruning, something like that. Um, but the thing is, somebody okay, somebody joined the live. Hold on, let me mute you for one moment, Cat. Okay, I'll be right with you. Okay, so some of the events that I can think of, I don't think I can say them on TikTok. See, just to be clear, because the first one that I can think of happened not a long time ago, but I don't think I can say it here. Okay, but one event. Let me think about it. Good. By the way, that question could be like a very good 9 out of 10. I would say an event. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I would prevent the dark ages from happening. See? Let me put you into context. The dark ages were a time where the church, the traditional Roman church took power, political power in Europe. And what they did was suppress everyone who did not share their way of thinking, to the point where they were prosecuted and killed. It happened to Giordano Bruno. It almost happened to Da Vinci, although he was born at a time where this was already like a little bit more lax because he was born in the Renaissance. But still, they were very heavy influence from the Dark Ages when he was alive. So that single period of time in European history set us back 1,000 years in all the progress that the Greeks made. See, the Greeks, like I know that you remember Socrates, Plato, uh, Pythagoras, all of these guys had exceptional advancements in math, in science, in biology, in all of these fields of science. But when the church came into power, all of that went to the drain. And all of the books, not all, but most of the books that were written before that period were burned. Bro, ¿cómo se dice cabeza
Okay.
en inglés? I think I can say it, but I don't. No, I don't think I can say it on TikTok. But just big head, I guess. I don't know. Okay, but yes, I think that would be the my answer. The Dark Ages. That's the period of history that I would remove. If who knows where we would be right now if that event did not or had not happened. Maybe we would be already in Mars by now. But good. That was a very good example. All right. So, Luis, thank you very much for participating. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. I think you are one of the most prolific uh, participants of this podcast. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Do you have any message for the audience?
Just buying your book is totally awesome.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. I agree with you. Yes.
That's it. Thank you
Got
so
it.
much for this opportunity, Damian. So,
Absolutely. You have a wonderful night. Thanks. All right. Let's
okay, bye
see.
bye.
Bye. Let's see. Who else is here? Mrs. or Miss? I don't. I think I didn't ask her that. Miss Cat. Hello. You're live from anywhere in Latin America.
Hello.
Yellow. How are
Yeah.
you today?
I'm from Peru.
No, I said
I'm
where are
really good.
no, I said how are you today? I know you're from Peru. I know.
Mhm. I'm pretty good. Thank you.
Nice.
I found my car holder
Oh, you
that I made
did.
yesterday. Yeah.
Nice. I'm
Yeah.
very happy for you. Yes.
Fortunately, it was before I blocked all my cards. Yeah,
Okay.
I was thinking about make sure first because sometimes happen to me. I block all my cards and then I found it.
Exactly. That is a smart thing to do. Like just block everything. But good. Thankfully you found it. So where was it? Who had it?
Oh, it was at my grandma's house.
Okay.
I was there before, so
Thankfully. All right. Very good. Nice. Very nice, Cat. So you know how the dynamic works tonight, right?
I'm not pretty sure because I got
Okay.
a little bit late.
Okay, that's fine. So typically I would ask you guys questions. But in last night's live, a lot of people were like, Oh, but show us an example of a 10 out of 10 question.
Mm-hmm.
And your job right now would be to ask me a 10 out of 10 question so that everyone else can know exactly. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Shoot. Go on. You can ask me any 10 out of 10 question.
Of the and any
Any
10 of the 10.
any 10 out of 10, meaning like any super ultra hard question.
Oh, but I don't have that level of English,
Okay.
that English level.
But
So
that's fine. It's okay if you don't have it. Just okay, I'll tell you what. Ask me
Mhm.
any question and I will turn it into a 10 out of 10, okay?
Mhm.
So that you can see or hear the example. Go on, ask me any question.
Okay. Could you could you tell us about how's being a copywriter,
Good. Very
like
good.
a copywriter day?
Exactly. Good. So that question on its own, I think could be like a 5 out of 10. Okay?
Okay.
But let's turn it into a 10 out of 10, something really hard. A good example of that could be something like, oh, Damien, what do you consider are the current challenges that a copywriter
Mm.
should avoid if he wants to make $100,000 in his first year? See,
Wow.
that's a clear example of a 10 out of 10 question.
Great.
Okay, I don't know. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Wait. Let me think about it. Okay, so the challenges. Well, let's first go with your question. Your question was like, how is the life of a copywriter? I think a copywriter should definitely have uh, a very strong communicative ability. Obviously, and a lot of people think like, oh, we should have like a perfect grammar. We don't. We should have a perfect sales sense, if anything. But grammar, as it is, not really, because we do rely on some tools. Among those tools, ChatGPT, but I don't really use that one. I use Grammarly for my proofreading. That's, by the way, that activity, like checking the grammar of a sentence or a text, is called proofreading. And I'm gonna write it down here because I know some people are gonna ask, like, "Oh, what did you say?" Okay, in capital letters, proofreading, like this. Oh wait, I made a mistake. What a fucking idiot. Well, it's with double O instead of double F, whatever. But you get the point. So anyway, um, so what other qualities does a copywriter have? A strong sense of logic. I always say this: logic is your best friend for almost anything, and also a little bit of psychology. You need to know how the human psyche works. Not at a deep level. You don't need to be a psychologist or read people's minds, but you need to know what are some very good triggers for the human mind to take action. For example, let me give you a very clear example. When people are scrolling through their feed, right? And they see in big letters my sign, they go like, "Epa, what is that?" See, that's copywriting at its finest because it gets your attention. So I think that's the answer to your question. I think I don't want to go that long on that, but yeah, good. Any question?
Great. I
All
think
right,
that's a pretty good job.
pretty good, pretty good. Okay, now that you notice the pattern, I'm gonna ask you a follow up question. Okay, and don't worry, you don't need to know the answer. Just try to guess. Okay. So the question is, if a copywriter requires logic, then or any of the skills that I mentioned, then what do you think a copywriter should not have?
Should not have a copywriter.
Yes.
Um, should not have. I don't know.
I know you don't
Maybe.
know. You just think.
Yeah. Um, the copywriter shouldn't. Yeah. It is really difficult.
Okay.
It's hard.
No, that's fine. You're fine. I was just laughing at some of the comments here. Some of them are very funny. Let me give you an example, and then
Mm-hmm.
you will know exactly what you should answer. A
Mm-hmm.
copywriter should not be lazy.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What else?
A copywriter shouldn't not be a procrastinator.
Good. It's possible, but yeah, good. Good.
And should not be on. I don't know how to say, but it's about self control.
Okay. So a copywriter should not be uh let should not be led by his feelings. Let me write that down.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Led by his feelings. Okay.
Yeah. Copywriter should not be led by his or her, because I've also met female copywriters. Her feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. Good. Give me one more.
Should not be an disorganized
Yes.
person.
Right.
Definitely. Yeah.
Exactly. You see, you got it. You didn't know the answer, obviously, but you got to the answer via logic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Of
that's
course.
exactly the method for learning English. I know that you guys in the comments don't know the answers, but in the book, I tell you exactly the logical path to get to the answer. And that's what you
That's what
want.
I love. That's what I love this account.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much, Kat. Good. All right. Any final remarks? Any message for the audience? Any question, complaint? Nope.
No, I don't think so. Like, I'm done. Thanks for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Anytime you want to come and join us, you will be welcome. All right. Pretty good. Pretty good. Thank you for participating. All right. Let's go with another guest. Let's see who else do we have here. We
Thank
have,
you. Thank you very much.
oh, you're welcome. Okay. We have Rikuis. Let me unmute you, man. I'm sorry. I know that you have been trying to join the live before. I know that. I know, well, I don't know who you are, but I know that I've seen you before. So thank you and welcome to the live.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello, thank you for having me.
absolutely. It's my pleasure. What is your name? Or, well, your nickname since.
My nickname is Rico, but my real name is Richard.
Good. Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
I'm from Mexico.
Oh, nice.
Hello,
Very
everyone.
good.
Yes.
I've been to many places in Mexico. Nice.
Oh
So,
yeah.
where in Mexico are you from?
I'm living in the south part of Mexico. That is this state called Veracruz.
Okay, good, good,
Veracruz.
good.
Okay, it's
Good.
in the south part of Mexico.
Nice, nice.
Thank
I've
you.
been to the north and I think the south. I think. Where is Puerto Vallarta? Is that south?
Puerto Vallarta is like in the central part of Mexico.
Okay, good.
It's almost near from Mexico and Oaxaca, Chinta. But
So
it's more in the north part. Yeah.
got it. So it's slightly north. Okay, so where is wait a minute. Where's another place that I've been to? Ah man, I forgot. It has a very short name, but anyway, I forgot. I also been to Cozumel. It's an island,
Us.
and
Yeah.
Ensenada, all the way the other side of Mexico, near
Yeah.
California.
Yeah. Cozumel is actually, yeah, it's an island, but you have to go first at the Cancun
Yes.
or Playa del Carmen.
I th- That one sounds familiar. It's been a long time since I've been to Mexico, but yeah, good,
Okay.
nice. All right, thank you very much.
So,
So, do you know the dynamic of how the activity works?
yeah, the dynamic is the other way around. I think that
Right.
I have to ask you a question.
Good.
Okay, how about that? I have this difficult question for you.
Okay.
Actually, it's a very, very difficult question.
Good. Shoot. I'm ready.
Okay, this question, I think that is a 10, more than 10.
Okay. Let's
What?
see.
Okay, this is what came first, the chicken or the egg?
The egg.
The egg.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the base? The
Uh,
base. What is the
absolutely.
reason why you think that?
Absolutely. Very good question. That I don't think that could be a 10 out of 10, but that was a very high, very high. Good. It's the egg because according to evolutionary theory,
Oh.
all
Oh.
right, look.
Okay.
No, no,
You
no.
have a scientific basis.
I'm going somewhere with this. According to evolutionary theory, birds only evolved after the fall of dinosaurs. And before birds, guess what? Lots of dinosaurs had eggs. So technically, the egg came long before the chicken. Long before. So,
Okay. 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 That's a very evolutionary point of view.
right, exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Many animals have had eggs for hundreds of millions of years, like spiders
Okay.
as well. And
Okay.
you see that, I mean, it's just a fact.
Okay, okay. The scientific community, I'm still asking the same question, but you answer this question in just less than 3 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, very
Right.
logic, very logic.
Exactly. That's
Yeah,
the power of logic. That's why you got me
yeah.
thinking for like 2 seconds. Like, wait a minute. Okay, but
Now,
then
but I can see is that you have a very solid background. You have read a lot, and I think that you have an answer for almost everything. I mean, it's like you have knowledge, you have
okay.
a great solid background. So something that I look it up.
Thank you very much. Let me clarify something. You did mention something that nobody has ever asked me, but you assume that I have read lots of books. That's
Um.
not the case. I have not read that much. I
Okay.
I believe there are other ways to gain knowledge. Reading is just for me is not the most optimal way for me. I like writing. I like writing and I wrote a book that I think anyone who doesn't really have that much time can read it very quickly. But for me, reading facts, it's something that I particularly have not done that much. But yeah, there are other ways of getting knowledge.
Okay, but I think that you have read a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I think that it's also the reason maybe that you have like something to say about any topic.
Maybe,
I
could be.
think.
But thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
Yeah.
compliment.
At a very short age, I think that you have at least like you won't stay silent when someone asks you something. That's good. Yeah.
There has been one instance, not here in the lives, no, like in my private life. Somebody asked me a question, a very simple question, and I did not have an answer. Obviously.
Okay, that's a, that. Okay, it's difficult because this question have in itself is very deep or profound.
Okay.
But if you search or dig more into this, because there's many debate, but
Okay.
it's another reason that I don't want to cause a debate. Yes, you wanted to to be a little bit like to choose a kind of funny question.
Okay. Good. That's all right. Let me give it a little twist. Let me give it a little twist. I'll do my best to turn your question, your original question, into a 10 out of 10. Okay.
Okay.
Let me give it a try. So the original question was, what came first, the chicken or the egg? My version of a 10 out of 10 question based on that could be, what could be the the consequences of not setting a scientific argument on data, taking into account that a lot of people disagree on the fact that uh, they don't know if the chicken came before the egg. See, that could be a like a 20 out of 10 question, I think. Like, what are the
Uh,
consequences of not finding the answer, the logical answer to that quickly?
yeah. Yeah. Also, something that is in this guy or behind this question is that it, it's do you believe in God or do you believe in the evolutionary spontaneous? Um,
Oh boy, that's gonna send
that,
us down a
yeah,
rabbit hole.
yeah. That's I think that is the there is an this is only like the how to say the like a peak of the iceberg. I don't know how to say it because
Yeah,
there's a lot of
the tip of the
underneath.
iceberg.
Yeah. Um, yeah, but this is it may take a long time to debate about this topic.
Exactly.
But thank you
So
very
yeah,
much. Thank you very
but
much.
you know what? Thank you for
Yeah.
that observation. I'm always willing to debate ideas. Always. Like,
Yeah.
even if I don't know that much about something, I think it's in the human spirit or in the human nature to try to understand something from a place of ignorance. See, I think it's
Yeah.
also a valid position towards getting knowledge. But yeah, absolutely, I agree with you. Nice.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Mm.
Richard, right?
Richard. Yeah.
Richard,
Thank you. Thank you
excellent.
for having me.
Absolutely.
Really good channel.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. All right.
Thank you.
Very
Bye
good.
bye.
Bye for now. Let's see who else wants to join. All right. Oh, we have Mr. Edison. All right. Let's see. Hold on. Edison, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
We're good. We're
Hello,
good.
how are you?
I'm excellent. Best day ever.
Mhm. I'm glad to
Nice.
hear that.
Okay. Excellent.
Okay,
Okay. Good.
um, I know the thematic I have is that
Okay. Let me
yeah, the thematic.
Well, there's a twist. Typically, I would ask you questions. Today, you are going to try your best to ask me a 10 out of 10 question. That's it.
Yeah,
That's all you really
I
need.
know that, but I don't know how to formulate the question. But I have something. I had a question for you, but I don't know how to formulate it.
It's very good that you mentioned that because, and I don't want to sound that I'm pushing the book, but but let's find within the book what what the hell does the book say about questions? I think there's 133 entries. But if you go to the table of contents, for those of you who have bought the book, if you go to the table of contents here, you will see that questions is one of the activities of syntax, and it's guaranteed to allow you to formulate questions relatively quickly. See, because that is the basics, that is one of the fundamentals of communication. Okay, so but yeah, just to mention that, I'm sorry, I cut you off. So don't worry, just try your best to ask me the most difficult question you can think of, and I'll see if I can fix it.
Okay, I'll try to do my best.
Good.
Based on the scenario that in the past the money has never existed, how you imagine the humanity might have evolved?
Good. Very good question. Let me tweak it a little bit. Let me tweak it. And you know what? I'm gonna write it down for all of you who are listening to Edison right now. And I'm gonna write it in capital letters so that you see it very well. So a simpler way to ask the question is, if the concept of money had not been invented, how do you think humanity would have evolved? I think that is a better, yeah, that's a better question. Well, good. That's a very valid question. And I think that could qualify as a 10 out of 10 question. Yes, very good. Very good. Okay, the answer, you know that humans, whenever we had the habit of self-sustaining ourselves and in small communities, sometimes we would have too many resources that we wouldn't need, and they would go to waste. See, like for example, 2,000 years ago, uh, someone who was a farmer, farming or harvesting wheat, they may have too much, and they would have excess of that. But your neighbor would have excess of chickens, or they would think that their chickens were pretty good. So what they would do is trade or trading. See, trading commodities, because in reality, what's money? Money is just a commodity that allows us to give value to other things that we need or things that we want. So I think eventually, at some point in history, humanity would have come up with the idea of money, but we would have called it something else. But yeah, I think that will be the answer. Trade, basic.
Okay, that was a good answer. Thank you.
Excellent, very good. Do you want to ask me like a follow-up question?
An answer? Another question about what you said?
Good, or
Or
that's a good comment. You can give me your answer if you want. Yeah,
my own answer?
yeah. I mean, what
Uh,
you think? Yeah.
well, mm, 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 well, I would like to say that not um, the humans will not evolve um, as you said, because I don't know how to say it. Um, let me think.
Okay.
Let me think.
Take your time. That's fine.
Well, uh, I organize my ideas.
Good.
Okay, so in the past, I read about how the humanity uh, come to the farmers, to the idea of trading until what we know the concept of money today. So I think that if the concept of money will never existed,
Had never
um,
existed.
we, we
Had never.
have never existed. What?
Had. D.
Oh, okay. Had never existed. We still we is
We
we
would still.
okay, we will still live in how in the past the how the people live in the past. I don't know how to say
Good.
it.
Okay. How our ancestors lived in the past, or
Ancestors.
the way our ancestors lived in the past.
Okay, so the humans will still doing the same things for generation through generation. So we will never evolve as a technological society
Okay.
as we know So um, we I don't know.
Good. You're almost there. You're right at the conclusion part. Go on. Keep going.
Yeah. It's difficult to to order the ideas in my head. It's just that
Okay.
we
But keep pushing. Try. Come on.
yeah
In
yeah
conclusion,
okay. In conclusion,
uh-huh.
um, the humans still continue uh, in a
Primitive.
society. That's right. In a primitive uh, life uh, along the years without any advance at all, because I think the concept of money accelerates. I don't know how to say.
Accelerates. Yes. Accelerates.
Accelerates how we evolved and how we uh, reorganize our society.
Exactly. Pretty good. Pretty good, Edison. There you
That
have
that
it. Yes. That was a good
it,
answer. See, it
right.
goes to say that what you really need, it's probably a little bit of time to organize your ideas. But that
Yeah,
was pretty good.
organize.
See?
Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you for your time.
Absolutely. It is my pleasure. My pleasure. I'm I'm gonna ask the moderator to not let in for now. Thank you. Don't let in anyone for now because there's something I need to do first. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Edison, for participating. Thanks, my friend.
Okay, thank you to you. I appreciate it.
Good. Absolutely. Anytime. Thanks. All right. We have Pato. I'm gonna hold you just for 1 minute. Okay. There's something I must do first. Okay. Thank you very much, moderator. Okay. So there's a lot of comments that I must address. There's some of them that are a little bit technical. So I'll do my best to go through some of the most important ones. Okay. Thank you, everyone who has followed me so far. Thank you, everyone who is liking the live. Thanks a lot. I'm gonna answer some of the most common questions that I saw in the chat. When do I go live? I go live every night from tomorrow. We're gonna go live from 7 p.m. Bogota time. Uh, Thank you everyone who has given me roses. Thank you, Andres Jacob, for that. For those roses, appreciate it. Where am I from? I'm from Soledad City, Soledad Atlántico, en Colombia. It's very near Barranquilla. Some of the other questions are like, where can I get the book? The book. Okay, for those of you who have just joined the live, you don't know me. I'm an author. I'm a copywriter, and I'm self-taught. I taught myself English, and I wrote a book about it called The English Framework for Business Professionals. The premise or the idea behind this book is this one here, to unlock true advanced speaking 10 times faster without a tutor, without a teacher. And the book is on sale right now. The way to get it is very simple. Just go to the link in my profile and you will see my big fat head. Right. And then you'll see two links. Just go to the one that says buy the framework. When you get it, you will be redirected to a Hotmart page where you will get two documents. The framework, which is the one I just showed you right now, is a 192 page research on how to improve your English and how to become your own teacher. And it covers the essentials of communication. It covers, in this order, it covers vocabulary, listening, pronunciation, and very advanced techniques, or not techniques, but advanced aspects of speech, like fluency, pace, and syntax. So that's what you could get from this framework. The second book that comes in the system is the synonyms and antonyms workbook. This is a workbook. It's meant for you to practice every single day. Okay. The framework is full of activities. It's completely filled with activities for all of the topics that I mentioned before: intonation, pronunciation, listening, pace, rhythm, and so much more. However, the synonyms and antonyms is exclusively for vocabulary, only for vocabulary. The way I see language acquisition is vocabulary should be between 60 to 70% of all the time that you're going to invest acquiring the language. 60 to 70% of that should be dedicated to vocabulary. And it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be boring. This book uses easy English, but that was not what I was going to say. I was going to say that this book comes with a free training, a free video training that you can get when you come. Wait a minute. When you open the document, the synonyms and antonyms, you go to the 5th page, and literally one of the first things you're going to see is the explanation on how to use the book. You click here, you watch the book. Let's see the first seconds. Today we're going to cover how to fix your business English vocabulary forever in less than 2 months with a free ebook that I wrote. Now, I know that you can understand everything I said, but I also know that you can speak, and that's precisely why you're here. You want to fix your vocabulary because you want to fix your speaking. Sounds about right. Now, here's a little bonus. After I'm done with everything in the explanation, I'll tell you how it is possible to reach an advanced level of speaking 10 times faster. Make sure you watch the whole video until the end. Okay, here's what you need. You're going to need at least 30 minutes a day and the ebook, which should already be in your inbox by now. Okay, so that's the training that covers how to use the workbook. And I really hope that those those facts cover most of your answers during this live. And I'm going to repeat because I know some of you are very interested. I go live every single night because this is fun. It's fun for me to do it. Every single night at 7 p.m. Bogota time. Now, the book is also on Amazon. It's available on Amazon, but you don't have to get it from Amazon. You really don't have to get it from Amazon. You can just get it from my website. See, you can clearly see this is the Amazon website right there. It's called The English Framework for Business Professionals. Unlock true advanced speaking 10 times faster without a tutor. And yeah, though I think I covered some of the most burning questions about this presentation. So let's go through some of the comments. But before I do that, let me switch. The hell is this? Set a stage for guests. Oh, but this is for like people that are subscribed. Okay, never mind. Let me switch frames here. Eh? Why is it not? Oh, wait. I can't because there's a guest. I'm sorry. I have you waiting here. But give me just
I'm still here.
okay. You know what? Let's get started.
No
What is your
worries.
name?
Okay. David.
Good. Where are you from, David?
Do you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you well.
I'm from Ciénaga, Magdalena, but
Good.
actually I live in Urawa.
Good. You know, I tried to give relatable experiences of things that I've done according to the places that you mentioned. From Ciénaga, I know a guy that used to play football with me. If you're here in the live, which I doubt, you know who you are. I injured him very hard playing soccer. My bad, my bad. It was not my intention. But anyway, okay, go on. So
What?
you're from Ciénaga,
What?
okay?
What's his name?
I don't think I
Maybe I
can.
know him.
Maybe I shouldn't say his name because I know he's gonna be embarrassed. But he's got a
Okay, no
very
worries.
common name, very common name. But anyway, yeah,
Okay, no worries.
good. What brings you to the live?
Well, yeah, I was here couples day before. I don't know, like, yes, on Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't remember well, but I actually didn't know what the matter was in that way. Today, I think we have to make some questions here.
Good.
Yes, am I right?
If you want, I can ask you questions as well. If you're up to the challenge.
Yes, it'd be great. Yes, because tomorrow I have an important interview for my master degree, so I really want to practice my English.
Good. What is the interview about? What job are you applying to?
Actually, it's not a job. It's to study the master degree in Universidad de Antioquia in Medellin.
Nice.
So I'm really nervous about it because it's a big step in my life.
I did not know they did interviews for acceptance there, but okay,
Yeah,
okay, pretty
yeah.
good, pretty good. I
The
think they gotta
interview
be
is like
selected. Okay.
exactly. It's part of the process. Actually, I did an exam. It's like an upgrade exam, but tomorrow I have this kind of interview and for 30 minutes, and I think they are going to check my listening and my speaking. I think so.
Pretty good. So let's practice. I want you to tell me one keyword of the questions that you think they'll ask you, and I'll do my best to ask you
Um,
the questions.
Look, I'm gonna give you context in order
Okay.
you know. I
Good.
mean, what the interview is going to be. I'm a social communicator and journalist, but I'm also an English teacher now, and the master degree is going to be in foreign language learning and teaching. So maybe they are going to ask why I'm a social communicator. It's going to study something related to education and foreign language teaching and learning. A
Good.
keyword maybe could be, I don't know, education in general.
Good. So what do you think? This we already started. Okay. So
Yeah.
what do you think could be your role in society as an educator? In other words, what problem are you aspiring to solve once you get the master's title?
Come on, guy. That's a really difficult one. I'm thinking about that. I'm still thinking about it. I think nowadays, in this era in which you are immersed, teachers have to be facilitators, like a guide. I mean, guide students to or give them different tools in order they could face different situations in the future. Um, Maybe actually I don't know why I want to start this.
I don't think they want
I
to
just
hear
want
that.
Yes, I just want to. I just want to be great teacher. I just want to become a better teacher than I'm,
Okay.
and to give my students better tools, um, so that they could face different situations and challenges in this era. But I'm still confused about it. Believe me,
I
it's
don't
really
think
hard.
I don't think that could be a good answer for them.
Yes, I know that. That's why I'm
Just
still thinking about
good.
it.
Just try saying something else. Do you need an example?
Yeah, sure. Could
Okay.
be solved out.
Look, I'm not a teacher. I don't have a master's degree in education, but I've done it for 8 years,
Yeah.
and I know that one of the most important roles of teachers is that of a public servant. You serve the public, okay,
Yeah.
and as such, it's not only your duty but your responsibility to shape the future or the minds of the people that are going to be functional parts of this society that we call Colombia. So that
Yeah.
something like that, you know what I mean? Like just
Yeah.
keep it nice and short and strong and sturdy, I think.
Yes, it's the problem is in here in where I live, I don't have friends who I could practice with. It's difficult to find people
So we're
who
not friends
you could
basically.
practice with.
So
Yes, I know.
that's what you're saying. We're not friends.
I mean, I'm gonna be here more. I mean,
I see.
from this moment, I'm gonna be here, and
Good.
actually, I follow you.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Do so. Please do so.
Yeah, and yeah, maybe tomorrow I'm going to connect again, and I'm going to tell you how was the interview.
Nice. I would love to hear that. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
how the interview was.
You know, teachers are the backbone of society as we know it right now.
Yes, you're right.
Maybe if
Hey,
you
but
say that,
actually,
they'll let you in.
yeah, I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna copy that. It's a really good and strong sentence. It's a
Right.
metaphor, actually.
Okay. There you go. There you go.
Hey, but I got a question for you.
Yes. Should.
We are talking about artificial intelligence and all those things. What do you think about it and its impact in the educational path?
Um.
Like ChatGPT, all those things that the students are using today just to do the homework and
Look,
yes,
my I think my vocational path, as you'd like to call it, is improving the Latin American economy through highly valuable skills. One of them happens to be English, but there's many other skills. In your particular case, probably you would have to find that uh, in something that you really, 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 really enjoy doing. Because in my case, I like talking about business. That's what I like doing. And I'm
okay,
not an expert on business by any means, but I do my best.
got it.
I don't know. I think that's kind of like personal choice, but some examples. I'm gonna give you some examples of some possible paths that I can think of. One of them is obviously mine through I think shaping society through business. It's for me is the most effective way of doing that. Another way could be possibly through technology. Like if you are considering doing a master's in English, you got to have like vision as to where the world is going. You need to know
Okay,
exactly what kind of technologies are your students and probably your kids' students are going to use. So you could be a catalyst for that change. Another path could be well, maybe this is a little bit more um, a little less positive, but climate change could also be a good framework for you to focus on, like raising awareness to the importance of how to take care of the environment. I think that's pretty
yeah,
important. And
got it.
yeah, that's all I
Got
have to say.
Yeah, great answers. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, my man.
It
Thanks.
was a pleasure being here.
All right, thank you very much for that. There are 78, 79 people listening to you. Do you have any message for them?
Just keep working hard in whatever you are doing now. I think speaking English is kind of difficult for some people, but if you don't practice, you are not gonna get better, like improvement. Yes.
Yes,
So try your best and don't complicate your life. Just practice speaking, make mistakes, and correct, and that's it.
exactly. Iterate. That's why I always say to my students, iterate on every mistake you make. Good.
Exactly.
Thank you very much for joining us today. I think David was your name, right?
Yes,
Good.
David. Yeah.
David. All right, got it. Good. It was a
Thank
pleasure.
you,
Hope you have a great night.
Damien. Damian, what's your name?
Damien.
Oh,
Damien.
Damien. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.
All right. My pleasure. Goodbye. All right, let's see. Before the moderator lets someone in, thank you very much. I'm going to go through some of the comments. Okay, so let's see. Bro, what do you think about the way schools in Colombia, particularly in the coast? I mean the coastal zone. What do I think about it? Soy el jurista. Um, you put me at a tight spot there because some of my some of my relatives work directly in that field. So I don't want to say something that makes them look bad. But but I think there has to be less corruption. And corruption in and of itself is a topic that we could cover for hours and hours on end. Mm, without getting too deep into that, I think we as citizens, we must have the duty, the responsibility to choose our leaders better so that they in turn create better policies and better conditions for education to be smoother. And I think the world of education is changing very rapidly. Like the way education accelerates every year, it's mind-boggling. So, with that said, I think we should adapt quicker, or we should find a way to adapt quicker to those changes. Because the model that you and I, because if you're a jurista, if you're a lawyer, you and I, we were brought up in a world that does not exist anymore. So I think maybe I answer your question with a lot of detail. All right, hold on a second. I got a very important notification here. Give me 1 second, guys. Thank you. Okay, never mind. Never mind. So let's go through some of the other comments. I'll do my best to answer most of them. Okay. Thank you, Pato, for that lovely. Oh, wait, David. Thank you, David, for that comment. Thanks. I would love to know more about the content of the book in detail. Kenny Castaño. I'll tell you what, after the live, Kenny, you can go ahead and join the WhatsApp group. There's a WhatsApp group. In case you didn't know, you can just join it via the link in my profile, and I'll make sure to let you guys know all about the book. But in short, what the book does is that it gives you a personalized learning plan so that you can focus on your weaknesses. You can gain the ability to autocorrect yourself and to say, oh, this is what's wrong with me. This is what's wrong with my English. And then the book suggests a unique set of activities that will only work for you and you in particular. See? So that's why it took me so long to write it, because it works for anyone who wants to go from intermediate to advanced. And just for the record, all the people that are here connected to my life, I really hope that you are at least intermediate, because that's who I had in mind when I wrote the book. Okay, so do you live in Colombia right now? Yes, I do. MVD anime. Where are you from? I'm from Soledad Atlántico, Colombia, Latin America, Earth, solar system, Milky Way, big cluster. Okay, anyway, same problem with me. No one in my area speaks English. Well, if you have a phone, the book tells you how you can use your phone to practice for free, at least for now. Bro, this is TikTok Premium. Thank you. Thank you very much, Drew, for that comment. Thanks. That you know what? That is the best comment I have seen today. I'm just gonna screenshot it. Okay? I just have to. Okay, wait a minute. Thanks a lot. I'm just saving this for later. All right. Very good. Where are you from? I'm from Colombia. Thanks, bro. Oh yeah, you're welcome. Jurista. How do you learn English? I taught myself, Baby Sky. I taught myself. And you can also teach yourself if you buy my book. My book tells you exactly how you can become your own teacher. Hi, Damien. Hi, Roca Ferge Walk 7. Thank you for that comment. Thanks everyone who is joining the live. Why are we not closer to 20k likes? I think we can do better in that department. Let's hit the like button so that more and more and more people get these valuable information. I'm a teacher as well, though. Thank you, Edgar Xilo J25 AB, for that comment. Thank you. Luz Gamba, good. Thank you. All right. Let's see. You have a bank account where I can send money? Okay. No, I think I already answered you, Anka. Thank you for that question. Yes. Thank you, Ivan Armero, Stanley Javier Diaz, Julio Cesar Caballero, and Balum for following me and sharing the live. Thanks. Hi, your connection is safe to use credit card? Absolutely, yes. Yeah, you're Anka. Thank you. Andres Jacob, how much time did it take you? I think, did it take me to learn English? I just made a TikTok video on that topic. It did not take me that long. I think it took me like 1 year of intensive theory and intensive practice to reach C1. And then I started to work in customer service, and it took me around 3 years, more or less, to reach C2. But I think the biggest jump anyone can make is from B2 to C1. That is the biggest jump you can make. And I made it relatively quickly. So you earn my respect. Incredible accent, and I can't believe you did it all by yourself. Thank you, Andres Jacob. You can do it too. Like, that's the purpose of this live, to let you guys know that it's possible to teach yourself. Why do you do these lives? Very good question, Lit. Very good question. My intention is to boost Latin American countries' economies so that we can have a better quality of life. In case we cannot see it, we are in a sort of competition with other continents, and we are lagging behind. I don't want us to lose that race. I want us, everyone from Latin America, regardless of your country, it could be anywhere from Mexico all the way down to Argentina, to improve our money making techniques and our asset acquisition, because that's what I like. I like client acquisition, I like business, I like sales, marketing, you name it. And I'm a copywriter, so I'm doing this because I genuinely want you, Lit, you, to make more money in your life. And the best way to do that is by enhancing your skills. English is just one of those skills. There's many other skills you have to improve in order to increase your chances of becoming a highly successful individual. Damien, you're rock, bro. Thank you very much, Lit, for that comment. Nice. Thank you. ¿Cómo puedo autoenseñarme inglés avanzado, bro? Just buy the book. literally. Just buy the book. I wrote a book about advanced language acquisition techniques that I use on myself, obviously, and I also use them with 21,000 Japanese students. See, so I was a teacher for 8 years, 8 long years. I'm not a teacher anymore. I'm a copywriter and an author, I guess. You can also check the book on Amazon, but this offer on Amazon is not for the Latin American market. I want to make that very clear. Um, this Amazon offer, it's not for Latin American market. This is for a different kind of market. But you can get the same version of the book for a lower price if you click the link in my bio, this one, where it says buy the framework. You will get two books. One of them is the framework. It's a 192 page compilation on how you can go from intermediate to advanced without a teacher and improving your speaking at the same time. And the other book, the other complementary book, is a workbook specifically for vocabulary techniques. So the vocabulary book allows you to boost the amount of words that you know and memorization as well, all at the same time. What do you do for a living, Edwin Correa? I think that's your question. I'm a copywriter. How can I get the book? You can get the book from the link in my bio, doris.luren. Thank you. ¿Aprender inglés es fácil? Sí. Sí lo es. Sí lo es. El problema, Cano, es que la mayoría de personas, desde mi experiencia, desde mi humilde experiencia, las personas no saben en qué orden aprender las habilidades y se enfocan en cosas que no generan un cambio en el corto plazo. ¿Okay? Y de eso es de lo que se trata el libro, básicamente. I think in English, pretty good, exactly. You know what solo fair for? Once you start dreaming in English, then you can say, oh, I'm fluent in the language. And that happened to me pretty early on in my journey. Where do you take the English exams? I have not taken any relevant English exams because I've never needed them. I work as an independent business owner. So when you take an exam, what is the purpose of an exam? An exam is a certification that shows a possible employer, right? A possible company that is going to hire you to, you know, to prove that you have the abilities that you say you have. I've never had the need to do that because I go after clients. And as soon as I talk to them, they know. They know immediately that I can generate them more money through copywriting. So I've never really had the need to take exams, honestly. How old are you? I'm 35. Renato Aguilar. Thank you. Oh, it's hot in here today. Great. Okay, let me drink a sip. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, there's a lot of other comments that I could not get to. Okay, este es el comentario al que quería llegar. Variedades con Mari dice, ¿hay algún curso básico no tan avanzado? ¿Hay alguna clase así? Te quería responder esto, Mari, porque, bueno, si todavía estás aquí, obviamente. En el mercado de personas que se dedican a enseñar inglés, hay varios stages, hay varios, ¿cómo explicarte? Varios segmentos. Hay personas que se dedican a enseñar inglés básico, hay personas que te enseñan inglés intermedio. Creo que no hay casi que se dediquen a enseñar inglés avanzado para negocios. En ese segmento, en ese último segmento es en donde yo enmarco mi oferta. Este live fue pensado exclusivamente para personas que son intermedias y que quieren hacer el salto a C1 o C2. Es decir, que quieren llegar a un nivel avanzado para poder hacer más dinero, con la función en su cabeza de poder generar más negocios o tener mejores oportunidades de trabajo, aunque no lo recomiendo. Yo siempre les voy a como a decir o a proponer que hagan negocios y no que se enfoquen en tener un trabajo, pero para ese es el tipo de persona que hago este live. Variedades con Mari. Gracias. All right, let's see. All right. Juan Manuel Peralta, please. Juan Manuel Peralta, let me. Oh, sorry. Could you please share the book? I'm sorry, I didn't answer that earlier, but yeah, I think I already said it. Thank you, Carito, for that beautiful gift. I don't know what it is, but it looks beautiful. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Have a blessed one, Damien. Jerry, you have to go. Well, absolutely, man. Just take it easy and have a blessed one as well. Hay nivel de niveles. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Right. I know exactly what you mean. Right. Varios niveles. Damien makes it sound so simple. Derhun, you asked me something that I could not answer. I think your question had to do with. Could you let me know? I'm sorry. If you're still here, Derhund, let me know what was your previous question. I saw it, but I was in a conversation with a guest, so I couldn't answer it. Sorry. Can you think of a word that you had trouble with its meaning and pronunciation? Worcestershire, the sauce, Worcester, whatever. Like, I would never, ever, ever use that freaking word in a conversation with anybody. So why the hell would I need to, you know what I mean? Like that word in particular, Worcestershire or whatever, is the name of a sauce. Worcestershire. Worcestershire, whatever. It's like one of those irrelevant words that you'll never use. That's one. That's the only one I can think of. Cuando estabas aprendiendo, ¿cómo hacías para practicar? En mi caso, no tengo a alguien cercano para esto. Muy buena pregunta, Cano. Lo hacía enfrente del espejo, me grababa con un Walkman. Estamos hablando del año 2004, no, 2006, por allá lejos, 2007. Con un Walkman que tenía mi hermano amarillo. De esos últimos que salieron. Entonces, así era como yo lo hacía. Pero hoy en día no tienen que hacer eso, ¿cierto? Hoy en día tenemos la IA, como dice Sergio Alejandro, la inteligencia artificial. En el grupo de WhatsApp, ayer o hoy, no recuerdo, les envié un video sobre cómo utilizar la inteligencia artificial facilito, sin tener que complicarse y funciona. De hecho, también lo cubro en el libro. Es más, vamos a buscar aquí en el libro. Siempre que me hacen una pregunta así, vamos a ver qué dice el libro. Déjame ir, busco aquí. Control. No, wait. Wait. AI. Look, these are all the entries of it. No, but obviously that's not going to be like that. I think page. Hold on. Okay. Study plan. What's this? I don't remember exactly the page number, but I think it's one of the first sections of the. Okay, there we go. Here. In this section of the book, I cover how and why to use AI while you still can. ¿De dónde sos? Soy de Barranquilla, Colombia. Soledad, Atlántico. Pues si dices sos, creo que no eres colombiano, Sergio Alejandro. Entonces, posiblemente seas de Argentina, creo, ¿cierto? Entonces, sí, de Barranquilla, Colombia. So, anyway, in this section of the book, I cover exactly why it is important to use AI and how you can use it. And not only that, but how you can start doing very heavy or very specific role plays with artificial intelligence. So that's the thing. Okay. If you're in doubt, just go and save yourself 5 years of time buying the book. I can guarantee you you're not going to regret it. All right. All right. I see. Let's see some of the other questions here. Somebody today made a comment on one of my videos saying that I sounded like a guy. I don't remember exactly the name of the guy he said I sounded like, but I watched the guy and he's pretty funny. He's very funny. I started talking with ChatGPT and now we're good friends. Exactly. That's the thing. Like, embrace AI, embrace it. Guatemala in the house. We also use Boss. Oh, okay. I don't think he used Boss. I think he used Sauce, but all right. Pretty good. Very good comment. I did not know that. Nice. ¿Dónde puedo conseguir el grupo o entrar? No, el libro o entrar al grupo. Muy sencillo. En el link de mi TikTok. No, en el link en mi bio, right? En el link de mi biografía en TikTok, si le das clic, lo primero que vas a ver es mi foto. Mi foto. Y debajo vas a ver dos links. Uno que tiene el libro de vocabulario, que es el primer link. Con eso te metes al grupo de WhatsApp y en la descripción del grupo de WhatsApp, ahí vas a encontrar el libro gratis que te ayuda a aclarar todo el vocabulario en menos de 2 meses. Si lo sigues al pie de la letra, obviamente. No puedo garantizarle a nadie que sean 2 meses, pero yo lo diseñé para que fuese específicamente en 2 meses, en 7 semanas. Y el segundo link es donde puedes comprar efectivamente el framework. I guess Central American countries use Boss. I'm from Costa Rica, and we also use Boss. Boss, okay. Right, Joseph. Pretty good. I didn't know. Damon, how can I get the free ebook? Juan Sebastian Varga. Go to the link in my bio. You'll see two links. You can miss it. One of them says get the free ebook, right? Literally. You can see it here, right on top of my head. The link in my bio, and just get it from there. By the way, everyone who joins the WhatsApp group, if you're serious about your journey when it comes to English, and you make the decision to join the WhatsApp group, just so you know, I want you to practice as much as possible through that WhatsApp link. I know that today we didn't cover any particular activity because it was Sunday, and I don't want to spam you guys. I don't want your lives to be around me the whole day. That's why I took it easy today on the WhatsApp group. But this group is for you guys to interact. It's not, you don't have to wait for me to propose an activity. No, you can just propose it yourself. See, if you want to make a video call, by all means, just go ahead and do it. I don't really mind. I want you guys to move Latin American economy as much as possible and as fast as possible. Okay? Do you have a group in WhatsApp? How can I be a member? Do you have a number? Well, yes, I do have a number, Giovanni. Just go to the link in my bio. You will see the first link says get the free ebook via WhatsApp. Okay, so I think that's enough comments. Let's see who else wants to join me. If you want to join, oh, wait a minute. There's people waiting here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. So we go with Lit. Hello, Lit. How are you today? Oh, it's connecting. Okay, let's give it a few seconds. How old are you, Mite? You look too young to have been teaching English during 8 years. I'm 35 years old. 35. I was born in 1989. I know I might look young, but boy, oh boy, I have done many things in my life. So, yeah. What do you do for a living apart from? I don't teach, David Ernesto. I don't really teach. I want you guys to teach yourselves, ¿ok? No aparece el botón de WhatsApp. ¿Cómo así? Sí aparece. Ok, vamos a ver aquí en TikTok precisamente. Vamos a ir desde TikTok acá, ¿ok? Si yo abro aquí el perfil, you know what? Oh, no, there it is. There it is. See, you go to the only link in my bio. It says starmaker.com/links. I know you can't see it probably because it's too blurry. But you click on it. Let's see what happens. You'll see my big fat face, right? And then you see two links. Just join the first one if you want to enter the WhatsApp group, and it's going to redirect you automatically to WhatsApp, just like that. See? If you don't want to do that, if you don't want to practice through the WhatsApp link with hundreds of other people that are already there, if you don't want to do that, if you feel that you can practice on your own, just buy the book. The second link will take you to the page where you can buy the English framework for business professionals. See? Just click on it and boom, there you go. You can just make yourself more valuable by buying the book. Now, I don't really show the price here that much on TikTok because TikTok is very strict with that. So, just so you guys know. Do me a favor. Whoever bought the book, all the people that have bought the book in recent days, please type the number 7 in the chat. Number 7, if you bought the book recently. 7777777. Okay. Pretty good. So we have Jessica Edison Derhund says 7, pero aún no lo comprendo. Ok. El libro, en las primeras secciones del Hund, él te dice cómo debes usarlo. Entonces, si hay algo que no comprendas, es más, ¿sabes qué? Vamos a hacer, un día de estos podemos hacer una pequeña actividad solo las personas que han comprado el libro, ¿vale? Para explicar cualquier tipo de dudas, de preguntas que tengan, ¿vale? Lo podemos cuadrar por WhatsApp, ¿ok? No por aquí porque se confunden todos los mensajes. Por WhatsApp cuadremos eso. Y yo con mucho gusto saco un tiempito de mi tiempo para explicarles, ¿vale? How much for the book? Víctor Herrera says. Excuse me. The value of the book, the value, not the price. The value is 5 years of your time. You're going to save 5 years trying with multiple methods. I'm not saying that my method is the best. I'm saying that my method focuses on logic and speed. If that's what you want, then the book is for you. So the value is 5 years of your time on average, because I tested all of these techniques, strategies, plans with 21,000 people from Japan. And I like to make or base my decisions on data. I always use data. I always use information that I can test. As a copywriter, as someone who works in marketing, I base my decisions purely on data. So that's the value of the book. Now, the price, which is different, the price of the book is less than what it costs for you to go to a a date. Less than what it costs you to go on a date with someone you like. That's the price of the book. Cuatro frías. Yes, you're right. Yes, exactly. You are right. Okay. Probablemente entre más joven comiences es mejor, pero hay limitantes para mayores de 30. Very good question. Kano is asking very tough, good, excellent questions. Like I just mentioned a minute ago, the vast majority, probably around 60 to 70% of all the 21,000 students from Japan that I tested the book with, they were all of them older than me. All of them. See? They were business people that really wanted to make a difference, and they wanted to stop paying for online services that got them nowhere. Imagine, Japan is like one of the countries with the most barrier, not barrier, with the most a country, one of the countries that struggles the most acquiring the English language. And if I did it with 40 plus year old adults from Japan 21,000 times, then you're good to go, man. You have nothing to worry about. Imagina hablar inglés, pero con tono costeño. Yes, exactly. That's what I do. I know that sometimes you might hear me say some words with that particular quality. Sergio Alejandro, yes, you're right. I consider age does not matter. And you're right, Derhund. You're right. Age does not matter. Okay, let's go with some guests. We have Annie has been waiting here for a little bit. Okay, hello, Annie. Are you okay, Annie? Wait, I think I had you before, but you didn't answer. Are you okay, Annie? Sorry, can you hear me, Annie?
Hello.
Yes, how are you today?
Uh,
Hi,
uh, how are you?
I'm pretty good. This is the best day of my
I'm
life.
fine. Actually,
Okay, good. And where are you from?
I I'm from Colombia. I'm from Cali.
Good, nice, nice, very good.
Uh,
Annie, so,
um,
go on.
uh, uh, mm, what do you say? Me uní.
Oh, I joined.
Me uní
I
this live
joined.
because I join. Okay, I join in this live because I need practice my speak. I am studying. I graduate. I have I have level in English. I have level A2.
Okay.
Because I I can construct sentences. I am learning buildings. I think in English is very difficult, but I am learning. Also, I joined in your group. There was of WhatsApp, and I start with practice with study with the book of synonyms.
Oh, nice. Very good. Very good.
With this book, with this book, I I have learned more vocabulary for speak about topics about life, about the about my job, because in the future I want I want I want to get new job related with English.
Good. Annie, your participation here is extremely important. Is very important because you said you are A2. However, you have made a ton of sentences like joined together. Like your fluency, I can tell that your fluency in no time is going to be even better. So props to you for that. Nice. Very good. Pretty good. I want you to tell me, Annie, what kind of job specifically would you like to have?
uh, Currently, I work like um, a software tester
Okay,
in technology.
good.
In the future, I I I want to get new jobs in the same area,
Good.
uh, but in English.
Nice. I think you are at the verge between A2 and B1. And that is exactly the kind of person that I had in mind when I was writing the book. When I wrote the book, I was not thinking about beginners. I was thinking like the vast majority of people from Latin America, at least they see something in English and they get an idea, or they listen to something and they understand, and but they can't speak. And I think you think that's you. You think you can speak, but you are actually having a very good conversation with me. Nice.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. Is there anything you want to ask me? Any question you want to ask me?
Any question?
Yeah,
You?
sure.
Uh,
Or do you want me to ask you some of the questions like yesterday's live?
I don't know. Uh, the your book framework. Uh, you consider it? Are you consider? Do you consider it with framework is very important? Start for me because I am A2, more or less.
Okay, good question. That's a very good question. In your case in particular, you I don't want to sound that I want to sell you the book. Okay, let's get that very clear. However, you qualify for a lot of reasons. Number one, you're interested in having a better job. That already is a very good driver or motivator. The second thing is that you can understand everything I'm saying, and I can understand everything you are saying. So you see, you're probably entering that intermediate level. So, do I consider that the book is for you? Yes, I think so. But ultimately, the decision is yours. If I were you, I would get it because you will learn the ability to teach yourself through logic. And that is something that will accelerate your learning.
Okay, I don't hear. No.
Okay, pretty good. But I'll tell you what, if you're in the WhatsApp group, just do all the activities that we are going to send throughout the week, right? And just make the decision with peace of mind that what you're going to get is a quality product, because everything I make is quality. Not to brag or anything, but every single thing I try to do, I make it with quality in mind. And my clients are a testament of that. So, pretty good. Annie, I really hope you join us. And let's see. Do you have any message for the audience right now?
Repeat, please.
Do you have any
I don't get it.
message you want to say to all of these people in the live?
No. Uh, no.
Okay, that's all right.
Nothing.
That's okay. Maybe not today. Maybe next time you join us. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. It was my pleasure, Annie. Hope you have a great night. Hope you dance a lot because it seems like you're at a party. So nice. Very nice. All right. There we go. Good. Excellent. Let's see who else wants to join. But before, you know what? No, I'm going to leave it like that because most likely somebody's going to ask me about this. So I'm just going to leave it there. Let's see who else was the next in line. I think, wait a minute. Where the list goes, you know, it's not a fixed it's not a fixed order. The list goes like up and down sometimes when I click. So if I click on the wrong person, I apologize. I'm sorry. But the next in line seems to be Fabrizio. Hello, Fabrizio. How are you tonight?
Hi, you do you listening?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Very good. Where are you from?
Uh, I am from Costa Rica.
Nice. Good.
And you
Very good.
teacher?
I'm from Barranquilla, Colombia.
Colombia. Okay.
Yes, exactly. So today's activity is very simple, but would you like to follow that activity or do you have any question for me?
Yes, I would like to uh, go the activity, but I have a question for you.
Mhm.
Um, for example, what kind of job do you do
For a
or do
living.
you practice?
For a living.
For a living. What do you do for a living? Yes.
Excellent. That's a very good question. I answer it uh, multiple times during the live, but good. It's valid because probably
All right.
you're one of the newest followers. I'm a copywriter, but I don't have a job. I run a small business that is basically me, just me, offering services to US based clients. And sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I outsource some of the tasks to other professionals in other countries. They are not necessarily from Latin America. Some of those professionals, they can be in some other countries like South Africa, like Australia, like Germany. Argentina is also uh, a country that I outsource some of the work, some of the creative work that I do. So yeah, that's what I do. I'm a copywriter.
Copyrighted, okay, but I don't understand
Good.
uh, what I mean with copywriter.
Okay.
What kind of do you do?
Fair enough. Fair enough. So what a copywriter does is a professional who works in marketing with the clear goal of increasing sales for their clients. My main purpose is to create systems that allow my clients to sell more products or services through words. That's what I use. That's why I'm a writer. I write persuasive texts. And I don't do that in the more general sense like you see on ads or social media marketing. I don't really do that much. I'm just doing social media marketing right now through this live, but that's not my field of expertise. My field is sales copy or B2B copy. And I also do many other marketing tasks. But when I say copywriter, that term or that word encompasses some of the other things that I do because I know a little bit of everything. I know about ads, I know about research, I know about email marketing, I know about video editing a little bit. So I know about website design, website copy, funnels. So I do a little bit of everything in marketing.
Okay, okay, I understand. Do you know programming, for example?
No, I
No.
I
Okay.
have made multiple websites, but websites without coding. Like
Okay. Okay.
I've used multiple platforms like Wix, like WordPress, like Webflow, Shopify sometimes, and there's another one. There's another one. Ah, those are the most common ones I've used.
Okay. Yes, coding need. Uh, I that. Sorry. Coding. We need to use Python, for example,
Okay.
or things. I take things. So, do you know learn about that?
No, nothing.
Okay.
No, I don't really know anything about programming.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So, what are you a programmer?
No, I would like to be a programmer.
Okay.
Not specifically a programmer, but is a thing I need to study. In this moment, I study English, but I think so. I need learn more because we need. When I need more vocabulary, for example.
Okay.
Uh, I think the English I have in this moment is A2,
Okay.
maybe I don't know, but yes, I learn myself in my house,
Good.
but I work. But all days I try to learn a little, or maybe in the weekends I try to learn more English.
Good.
But the the goal, how can I say meta?
Your purpose or your
Yes,
final goal. Yeah. Goal.
yes. My final goal, for example, is study English because I would like to is the base
Yeah.
the
Base.
the base, the first thing I need to learn.
Okay. I see.
Yes,
Let me ask you something. I'm gonna ask you some easy questions. Okay.
yes.
How long have you been learning all by yourself?
This year, 8 months.
Eight
Think so.
months. Good. Good.
Yes. Uh,
Good. Nice. In 8 months, you acquired the ability to have a conversation with me, a C2. Not to brag. I don't say this to brag. People in the chat. I'm not bragging. But um, Fabrizio has done something that a lot of you in the chat want to know if it's even possible. See, he's having the ability to have a conversation with me or probably even a native person in 8 months. And he did it all by himself. See, this is a testament that what I say in the book, it's not nonsense. It is possible. So, Fabrizio, I want you to tell us, the audience, what do you think has been the easiest part of your journey? The easiest.
The easiest. I know a little English because in the high school I have English. I don't know how to say
You had
recibir.
English classes.
When I went to the high school, I received, how can I?
Yeah.
They received English three class, but uh, 1 year ago I graduate
Okay.
and I start work. But this year, I my goal is to learn English, and I try to do. I think so, but the most easy,
The
I
easiest.
think, easiest is I don't know, for a start learn English.
Okay. Pretty good.
No, is that question for start?
Yes, for
Learn
starting, like
English. Okay.
if I'm gonna mention three things, okay, and you're gonna pick without thinking, very quickly. Is it vocabulary, listening, or pronunciation?
Okay.
What's the
For me,
easiest?
vocabulary. No, listening. Think so.
Exactly. Good.
Yes,
I
listening.
I do cover that in the book, and I want to make. Oh, it's very hard to find the exact page where I say that specifically that he just said right now. See, listening comes almost by default. I don't think I said that in the book, but anyway, I'll find it in the meantime. But anyway, Fabrizio, I want you to tell us, like, in 5 years, for example, it could be 5 or 10 years, where do you see yourself specifically with English?
In 5 years, I don't know. Maybe working a big business, but I would like to work in my home, maybe. Um, is- have children.
Okay.
Yeah, have a kid.
Wow, you have big
Uh,
plans. Nice.
yes, the principal thing I think is working home at home,
Good.
because I would like to stay with my family for a long time. That is the reason I don't have kids, but I would like in the future have. Um, the principal is, in this moment my principal objective is learn English because I would like work in customer service maybe,
Okay.
and then after learn about uh, networking, res networking, and that.
Good. In reality, what you're doing right now is networking with us. You can, if you want, you can send a message to all of these people that are watching you or hearing you and say, like, hey, if you ever need something, one of my services, you're more than welcome to get them. And you can invite people to send you DMs for any service that you offer. Now, in people in the chat, this is a page from the book directly, and he just said something that I wrote about. Let's read it verbatim. See, I'm gonna take a minute of your time, Fabrizio, to read this.
No problem.
Typically, typically, our listening is the fastest skill to scale. And so it becomes pretty easy to recognize words once we learn them after the first time. It's a natural it's natural that your listening accuracy might be above 60% given that you are already intermediate. This is for everyone who has bought the book. So what he just said literally made a ton of sense because I also wrote about it. So, but anyway, I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. Fabrizio, do you have any question for me or any comments?
Yes, I have a question. Let me think. I formulate.
Okay, good. Take your
Okay.
time.
Okay. What time you spend learn English? Oh, I don't know how
Good.
call it.
Okay.
How formulate the question, but the question is what time uh, this zero.
Okay.
Okay,
Good.
at this moment your English what time, no, I don't know you what I mean, but you you understand
I
the
think
message.
there are multiple ways or multiple questions that I can guess from what you just said, and I'm gonna answer them all. Okay. Your first question could be possibly like, how long did it take you to learn English?
Yes,
Maybe
that,
that's something that you want to learn. In my
yes.
case, it took me 1 year to become C1 and around 3 years to become C2. Now, the other question that it possibly can come out of your thought could be like, during the day, how much time or how long did you dedicate to learn English? Probably that's another question that you might want to ask. If that's the case, I dedicated, when I was starting, I dedicated a long time, probably like more than 3 hours every single day. See, I was bored. I do things, you guys will see this. I do a lot of things when I get bored. So that could be the second question. A third possible question that you probably want to ask me is like, how long do you think it could take someone to reach a C2 level, right?
Yes, C2 level.
Okay,
Oh,
that,
C.
from my experience working with thousands of Japanese students, in a matter of months, I have seen very strong indicators of people reaching an advanced level of fluency, specifically fluency. So it's not crazy to think that in a range, in a very conservative range between 6 months to a year, I think that is a very good time frame for anyone to become at least C1, at least C1, a pretty good C1. So with that in mind, I want to be very clear. I'm not saying that you, particularly anyone in the chat, is going to achieve that in 6 months. It all depends on the intensity that you dedicate to this skill. But at the end of the day, it depends on your dedication. All right, pretty good. Thank you very much, Fabrizio, for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks, Damien, for the time. What do you think about my English?
Good. You want me to rate it? Okay, good. Good, good, good. I don't think you're A2. I think you're probably right between B1 and B2. And if I were to rate your level between in numbers, because it's really it's really not that professional for me to give you a level based on our conversation. I would need a bigger sample to really tell you that. But if I were to give you a rate in numbers, I would probably give you a 6 out of 10. You
Okay.
honestly, you need to work on your syntax, like how to organize the words in a sentence, specifically in questions.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yes. Yes. I think in for me, I how can I say visualizar.
okay, you need to visualize
Uh,
or
Visualize
foresee.
for see.
Yeah, let me write it down in the comments. Hold on. The sentence, like, I need
I
to
need
foresee my future, or I need to envision. Envision is another verb.
Okay, I
Good.
need 40. I try to learn English every day in the music, in the series, but uh, how you say is different for person for for a lot a lot of people is so different learn English and the skill to practice every day
Yeah.
is if you learn English 3 hours per day, write vocabulary, listen music, see series is a good
Yeah, it's a good use of
somebody.
your time. It's a good investment
Yes,
of your time.
yes, yes.
Exactly. Very good.
Just thanks, Damien. But that's all.
All right, absolutely. I hope you have a great night. Excellent. Thank you for participating.
Yes, thanks.
All right, the next person in
Goodbye.
line is going to be, unfortunately, it's going to be the last one because, all right, I think my voice is already at the verge of giving up. So it's been almost 3 hours of me talking. So we're going to take one more guest, and the next in line is someone who doesn't have a name. I don't know how to call you. So, all right. I'm sorry, Alex. Sorry for that. Okay. So, hello, Mr. or Mrs.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Dan. I'm from Mexico.
Nice. Very nice. Where in Mexico are you from?
Oaxaca. The state is called Oaxaca.
Nice. Oaxaca.
Yeah. First of all, I would like to say that your English level is impressive. It's what I long for. One day, I would like to reach that level.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Pretty good. I'm from Colombia, and a lot of the people from, that are in the chat right now are also from Colombia. And some of you are old enough to remember a TV show called Los Dummies. In that TV show, the guy, one of the dummies or dummies, would used to be like pets, like no, not pets, puppets, right? I know that some of you from Colombia might remember these. One of the characters, I don't remember his name, he would always mention the word Oaxaca. And that's how I remember that word. It's like, it's an interesting word that I remember from my childhood. Thank you very much. So, Dan, tell us, uh, what would you like to do? Would you like to go for the dynamic, or do you have any question for me?
I have a question.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just joined the live,
Mhm.
and probably you already answered this question, but uh, before you reach the level that you already have, uh, did you have any like base of English? Or I mean, you took like English classes or something like that before?
Good question. No, I didn't.
Okay,
Not really.
and
Like, the only thing that I remember learning or attempting to learn from school was the verb to be. That's it.
okay,
That's really it. So,
yeah, and it was hard, or I mean, I have a question.
okay.
What do you think that it's like, or why it's harder for some people, uh, of to it's harder to some people to learn English.
Good. Very good
I mean,
question.
I had like back in the school, I had like classmates that were like it was very hard for them to learn English.
Okay. I'm going to tell you the answer based on years of research that I've done. And I came to the conclusion, based on the data, that the influence of your mother tongue on your syntax, specifically syntax, plays a huge role. And some people say that the older you are, the more difficult it is. There are conclusive evidence to suggest that that might be the case. It might be the case, but I've also seen with my own eyes, with my very own eyes, that sometimes it just comes down to your dedication. Like the more dedicated you are about acquiring the language, acquiring it, not learning it, but acquiring it, the more chances you have at getting rid of the accent or making better sentences or gaining the ability to autocorrect yourself. So that's the best I can give you.
Okay, thank you for the answer.
Absolutely. Do you want to go with the dynamic? You know what?
Um,
I'll ask you a question, okay? We'll go with the classic dynamic that we have done so far up until today. You are going to pick a random number between 1 and 10, and that's going to be the difficulty of the question.
okay. 10.
Okay. Good, good. We have a shark here. Okay, good. I'll give you a 10. And this
Okay.
one is very easy. Well, very easy to understand, but it's still difficult to answer. Okay, you ready?
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
What is your life's purpose?
Okay, that's a tough one. Um, well, I think that currently, my life purpose is uh, to um to find or to create a life that I fully enjoy I mean, yeah, that I fully enjoy to live. I'm not saying that I'm not happy with my current life, but I think that there are many things to improve. So my life purpose is to create a life that I fully enjoy in every aspect.
Good, very good.
Yeah.
All right, lots of people would answer the same.
Okay.
It's not that it's bad. It's not that it's bad, but how often do you think about that question?
I think that every day.
Good. I have thought about it extensively, and everyone here in the live, I'm gonna tell you my life's purpose. I have it clear as water in my head. Okay,
Okay.
my life's purpose. Listen, my life's purpose is to accelerate human evolution. Again, my life's purpose is to accelerate human evolution. And I'm pretty damn sure I'm going to make it. Me going on these lives, wanting you guys to improve yourselves, to make yourselves more valuable for the market, is just a very small sample of that. See? So I encourage you, or not particularly you, Dan, but anyone, everyone else who is on this live, to really think about it. Think about it hard and long, and come to a very clear conclusion that whenever somebody asks you that question, you go like, "I got it. It's super easy." So yeah, that's my life's purpose, man. All right, pretty good, pretty good. Thank you very much. All right, Dan was your name, right?
Yeah, my name is Dan.
Okay, got it, got it. I'm so bad with names, as because I can see yours here, so it's hard to remember.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry about that.
It's all right. Good, pretty good. Well, like I said, thank you very much for joining the live. Dan. You unfortunately are going to be the last guest of today's session because I am already tired. If you guys want to see something cool, can you see this? Say hello to my dog, to my lovely dog. Hey, yay! That's Mila-chan. That's her name. Oye, Mila, vamos, vamos. She's gonna break something here. She did break the lights. Well, she didn't break it, but she unplugged it. Vamos. Te va a patear esa vaina ahí. Eso, vamos. Vamos allá. Sorry. So, thank you, Dan, for coming and joining us. All right. So, we're going to call it a day for now, but not before answering some of the most burning questions you guys have from the chat. Okay. That's the last thing I'm going to do. And then we're going to call it quits. Okay. Let's see. Let's go through the comments. Good job, Fabrizio. Keep on working. For C, I need. Okay, so this is the last thing I saw. Okay, I won next, Alex Santa Cruz. Sorry, I'm gonna have to do it for tomorrow. Tomorrow there's gonna be the same dynamic as of previous lives, and we're gonna go live at 7 p.m. Bogota time. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. My voice is already breaking apart. I'm sorry. I want to reach C2, bro. Camilo Bravo, I think you said that you are C1. I saw your message, your prior message. Absolutely. If you are C1, it's just a matter of time for you to become C2. See? So don't worry about it. What you're doing is awesome. Oh, thank you very much, Camilo, for that comment. Hello and good night to everyone. Catherine, thank you for that comment. Do you teach English? Do you teach English? I think that's what you wanted to say, Catalina. I really don't. I encourage people to learn by themselves. That's why I wrote the English Framework for Business Professionals. So that's a book that I wrote. It teaches you how to become your own teacher. Or it guides you, actually. It guides you on how to become your own teacher. All right. My life's purpose is to grow and evolve, both personally and professionally, while helping others on the side. I think that's what you wanted to say. The comment got cut off. Okay, Andre. By the way, Edgar Xilo, thank you for that comment. Andres IWNL Damien, ¿qué es lo mejor para mejorar pronunciación? Y lo mejor para la pronunciación es práctica intensiva, sin parar. Práctica intensiva y repetición. De hecho, lo cubro en el libro de manera extensa. Entonces, ved al libro y ahí vas a encontrar qué es lo que funciona, qué es lo que no. Bro, yesterday I joined you, but unfortunately I had an unexpected phone call. I remember you. Yes, I remember. Unfortunately, that's gonna be postponed for maybe tomorrow as well. But yeah. Yes, I gotta get away. You go ahead. All right, Beto. Hello, Catherine. Speak with people that speak very well the accent. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a recommendation for Andres, right? Catherine. Hey, Damien. I know you wanted to join, Catherine. I'm sorry. I really have to just go. I gotta wake up at 4:30 every single morning, so I really hope that you guys understand these what I'm just trying to say here. Okay, let's see. No, don't call it a day. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bye bye, compadrito. Bye bye. Yes, it. I speak with one friend in Indiana. He helped me a lot with my speaking. Good, pretty good. ¿Qué hiciste para obtener el C1 en un año? 6 meses lo dediqué a leer el diccionario y 6 meses, bueno, 6 meses de un periodo de 2 años estuve practicando en un call center de servicio al cliente. Pero en un año, después de haber empezado a leer y a memorizar el diccionario completo, llegué al C1. Do you have a favorite accent? The easiest one is neutral Floridian accents, if that's even a word. So, Florida accent, I think. Thanks a lot. I I can't speak English, but I understand. Then Abigail, this live is specifically for you only. Because this is who I wrote the book for. I wrote the book for those individuals who understand everything they read and everything they hear, but they can't speak. So, yeah. We should go live together so I can help you with the talking. Lol, yes, you should. You should have said that before. Should have said that before. All right. Saludos desde Barranquilla. Saludos. Yo también estoy en Barranquilla, la flaca 054. All right. Let's see. Good book. Thank you, Arley, for the trust. Thank you. What's good? All right. ¿Dónde está el libro? Dice Abigail. El libro está en el link de mi perfil. Si vas después del live, esto es lo que vas a ver. Vas a ver mi fea, horrible cara. Y después, en los links de abajo vas a tener la opción de o ingresar al grupo de WhatsApp y obtener el libro de vocabulario gratis o comprar todo el framework que viene con el libro de vocabulario incluido desde Hotmart. All right. Saludos desde Madrid, Cundinamarca, Catherine. Yes. All right. I think we're going to call it quits right now. Thank you, everyone who joined the live. Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you, all of the 86 people that are here right now at this precise moment. Thank you, Edgar, Cano, Andres, Luz, Luis, Ivan, Enzo, Happy Javier, Buenas Vibras, Juan Carlos, Ari, John, Mila, Juan de la Rosa, Collins, Venus, Sebastián, Oscar y todos los demás que están aquí en el live. Muchísimas gracias por haber compartido este pequeño espacio conmigo. De verdad que significa mucho para mí. Thanks all the 133 people that have joined or followed me during this live. Thank you for all the 26 gifts that you guys gave me. Thank you everyone who purchased the book. There's been 9 registered sales today. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time, 7 p.m. I hope you have a great night, the best day ever, and take care. Okay? See you guys later. Bye.